This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
From Flaherty Field, it's time for some playoff baseball. Here it's the Rust Belt League Championship game, so it's equivalent to the NL or ALCS. Here today is the NABA Championship game will take place tomorrow, but for now, the winner of this game will move on to the final round. It's the Allegheny Athletics against the Lawrence County Barons here, the number 1 seed of the 3B Barons, and the Allegheny Athletics, the number 3 seed. The 3B Barons had the bye yesterday, while the Allegheny Athletics had to travel to Altoona to take on the Cumming Motors yesterday, where they were victorious 9-5 after the Motors took a commanding 1-0 lead earlier on, followed by a 6-run inning by the Allegheny Athletics en route to their 9-5 victory to where they're at here today. My name's Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan here, bringing you today's action from Flaherty Field, the final time here of the season for the Barons here at Flaherty Field. If they win, they will play at Pullman Park tomorrow at 7 p.m. With all that being said, let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for the Allegheny Athletics, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game, or place an order for takeout. Batting Tanis bats first, followed by Tyler Danko. Batting third, Morgan Balot. Trent Belak will bat at the cleanup spot. Colin Zielinski will bat fifth. Matt Del Duca will bat sixth. Batting seventh, Zach Johnson. Batting eighth, Tate Minnick. And batting ninth, Tommy Zimmerman. And then our defensive alignment brought to you by Madur Bonner Law, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Luke Anderton out in left field, Ben Miller in center field, Troy Bachman out in right field. Over at third base, Ethan Adams, Jake Robinson at shortstop, Tommy Caroli at second base, Josh Reed at first base, Braden Ziegler behind the plate catching, and Zyler Freeman, your starting pitcher. Let's take a look at your pitcher profile for Zyler Freeman. 6th start of the year for him, has a 2-3 record, a 1.615 ERA, 30 1/3 innings pitched so far on the season, 12 walks, 31 strikeouts, a whip of 1.055, and opponents hitting a batting average of .182. That's your Pizza Joe's pitcher profile. So we are set to get underway here from Flaherty Field. Here's the first pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outside zone. First pitch today at 5:32 under beautiful sunny skies and 87 degrees, your game time temperature All brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Here's the 0-1 ground ball to shortstop. Robinson has it. Throw on to first in time for the first out of the ball game. So that'll bring up Tyler Danko out in center field. Left-handed batter. Bat second in this North American Baseball Alliance playoff game. First pitch to Danko. Breaking ball called a strike, and we won the count to Danko. Tyler Freeman and Tyler Danko very close with each other, as both of them were roommates during their freshman year at the University of Pitt Johnstown. A one pitch fastball. A little low below the knees of Danko. Evens out the count, one apiece. 1-1 pitch called a strike. Now 1-2 the count to Danko. Danko batting .400 on the season. Nobody on, one out. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. First strikeout of the day for Zyler Friedman. Two quick outs here in the top half of the first. Zyler Freeman's only given up 11 runs this year, 7 earned, 12 walks, now up to 32 strikeouts, and now 31 complete innings. Here's the first pitch to Morgan Ballant, fouled down the first base side. Ballant batting .302, a home run. It's hit 5 doubles. Here's the 0-1, breaking ball. Just sits a little off the plate for a ball. Evens up the count, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. This one driven foul out of play and into the parking lot. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, a little bit high above the letters. Evens the count, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball right back to Friedman. They're on to first in time, and the side is retired here to begin the ball game. We are scoreless after one complete inning. We'll take a short break, come back with our starting lineups on the defensive side for the Athletics and the batting order for the Barons.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Back here for the bottom half of the first inning. With that, let's take a look at the batting order for the 3B Barons. Again, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Tommy Caroli will bat first, followed by Nick Anderton batting second. Batting third, Jake Robinson. At the cleanup spot, A.J. Verdi. Callan Durbin will bat fifth. Batting sixth, Braden Ziegler, followed by Josh Reed. Ben Miller will bat 8th. Batting 9th, Ethan Adams, and then Troy Bachman rounding out the Barons batting order over in right field and batting 10th. Now on to the defensive alignment here for the Allegheny Athletics. Morgan Ballant out in left field. Tyler Danko in center field. Tommy Zimmerman in right field. Over at third base, Matt Del Duca. Zach Johnson at shortstop. Ben Aftanis at second base. Colin Solinsky at first base. Tate Minnick behind the plate. And your starting pitcher here today for the Allegheny Athletics from Allegheny College, Brett McSparron. So far has pitched 25 1/3 innings, given up 26 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned, 5 walks, 20 strikeouts, a 2.49 ERA for Brett McSparron. Here's the first pitch of the bottom half of the first. Breaking ball low and away to Tommy Caroli.
You mentioned McSparron, Allegheny Athletics from Allegheny College, also North Allegheny.
1-0 pitch popped up towards right center field. Zimmerman will come over in for it and will make the catch in right field for the first down of the inning. So that'll bring up Luke Anderton. Here with one away here in the bottom half of the first. Anderton batting .308. Has a home run and a triple. One and 0 the count to Anderton. Sparron winds and fires down. Fastball just catches the outside corner of the plate to even up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1, swung on and missed for a strike. Count now 1-2 to Anderton. Here's the 1-2. Down the middle, called strike 3. First strikeout of the day by Brett McSparron. 2 outs now here in the first. So that'll bring up the left-handed batter and Jake Robinson. Spent his freshman season at Kent State. Now taking all of his talents over to Slippery Rock University. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. Falls in for a strike. Moves up the count 1-1. Robinson batting .373. 1-1 pitch low and away. Puts the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Sparron deals the 2-1. Breaking ball well inside for a ball. 3-1 now the count to Robinson. Here's the 3-1. Fastball called for a strike. Count now full to Robinson. Nobody on, 2 outs. No score here in the bottom half of the first inning. Robinson up to bat. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, a 2-out walk given up by Brett McSparron. 6th walk suffered here across the 2025 season. That'll bring up A.J. Verdi, the cleanup hitter. Verdi batting .406. First pitch, breaking ball. Falls in just high for a ball. Want to know the count. .1-0 pitch, runs high. Above the head of Verdi. 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 now the count to A.J. Verdi. Here's the 3-0. Breaking ball falls in for a strike. Moves the count to 3-1. Robinson with a healthy step off first. Has to slide back in off the pickoff attempt. Here's the 3-1. And out towards right field. Long run for Zimmerman out in right field. He's tracking into foul territory. That one falls foul as Zimmerman going for a diving catch. Just hits off the glove, but in foul territory. So count will be full here to A.J. Verdi. Callan Durbin on deck for the Barons. Full count to Verdi. Robinson on first. 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of the first. No score here so far. Here's the payoff pitch. High, ball 4. Breaking ball just misses the zone up high and puts 2 runners aboard here for Callan Durbin. Durbin batting .286, 9 RBIs on the year. You have Robinson on second. Verdi on first. Fastball misses the mark, 1-0 the count. Pitch. Fastball just misses outside, 2-0 the count. Braden Ziegler on deck for the Barons. .2-0 pitch, low in the dirt. Great stop by Minnick. Keep the ball in front of him. Count now 3 balls, no strikes.
I'd imagine might get a mound visit if this is not in the zone for Brett McSparron.
Here's the 3-0. Down low, ball 4. McSparron walks Durbin to load him up.
Yeah, after again the first 2 outs of the ball game, back-to-back walks, and brings up Brandon Ziegler, who's just so happens to be our body structure fitness strong performance of the season.
And our body structure fitness strong performance, 346 average for Ziegler, on base percentage of 386, OPS of 809, slugging percentage of 423, 6 RBIs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Batting average with runners in scoring position, 263. There's ducks everywhere for the Barons. Robinson on third, Verdi on second, Durbin on first. First pitch to Ziegler, swung on and missed for a strike.
So crucial here for Ziegler to get the first strike of the ball game and strike first for the Barons.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball just misses off the plate, evens up the count 1-1. Barron winds and fires down the 1-1, just high. 2-1 the count.
Even if McSparran gets out of this jam, it still might be have to be a bullpen game for the Athletics.
Yesterday, Jimmy Kuntz got the start for the Athletics, followed by Tyler Vogel in relief and part of that 9-5 win. So he only used 2 pitchers up in yesterday's game, but a long drive out to Altoona for the Athletics. Got to drive back here in Newcastle at Flaherty Field for today's semifinal game of the NABA playoffs. Count is 3-1 to Ziegler. Here's the 3-1. Inside, ball 4. That walks in a run. And the Barons take the early 1-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first. That'll bring up Josh Reed.
It'll also bring up Mike McNabb, who's going to get an early mound visit here to Brett McSparran. It's our UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you.
Head coach Mike McNabb, back out for our first mound visit. You have Verdi on third, Durbin on second, Pirano on first now, our Axe courtesy runner in place of Braden Ziegler.
What a start to the game for the Barons here. You know, 2 quick outs to start and then back to back to back to back walks.
Josh Reed, 10 RBIs on the season. There's ducks everywhere for the Barons. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball calling for a strike. Barons up front 1-0. Bases fully loaded. Here's the 0-1. Low and away for a ball, evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. This one's popped up and foul out of play. 1-2 now the count to Josh Reed.
Tyler, we mentioned how the Athletics are really the only team so far this season to have the Barons number. How crucial is it for them to get ahead 1-0 here?
Yeah, early on in this game, it's 100% very crucial just to be ahead and looking to stay ahead. Here's the 1-2, chopped foul down the first base side, lands in front of the Barons dugout. We'll do it again, 1-2.
Well, the Barons were easily the hottest team in the league going into last Tuesday's game. I believe they won 7 or 8 in a row. Then they lose 2-0 to the Athletics and then end up dropping 4 of their last 5 to end the regular season.
Yeah, coming into today on a 3-game losing streak, 2-3 in your last 5 games, 7-3 in your last 10.
Well, and if it wasn't for that miraculous comeback they had against these Athletics on, I believe, Saturday, it'd be a 5-game losing streak to end the season, and they'd be undefeated, or they'd be winless against them.
Barons are 11-6 against a right-handed pitcher on the season. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just misses off the plate, evens up the count 2-2.
What a job here by Josh Reed. Foul off some of the pitches. Watch the balls, you know. I'm sure you have the number on it, but McSparran's pitch count's got to be pretty high right now.
And up to 33 now on the inning. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Brett McSparran. But he walks 4 and scores 1. Barons in front 1-0 after 1 complete inning of play.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com.
Back here for the top half of the second, Trent Belak, the cleanup hitter, steps in against Zyler Friedman. First pitch down low for a ball. Want to know the count. Belak played at first base yesterday, the designated hitter today, as he's up now in the count 2-0. 2-0 pitch. This one's a sky-high pop-up. This one's going to stay in the infield. This one's going to be caught by Ethan Adams as he came in for it and fell backwards as the sun is alive and at large here today. Definitely going to be a factor on the left side of the infield and into left field. But Adams able to track that one down to make the catch and retire Belak.
Well, that's a crucial catch there from Adams as well, because you don't catch that, now you got a runner probably on second base with no outs.
First pitch, a ball to Colin Zielinski. Here with one out in the second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball there down the middle for a strike. Comes up the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch. This one's popped up towards Adams in foul territory. He's under it, and he will make that catch while he fights the sun again. He's responsible for both outs in the inning. Now 2 away. That'll bring up Matt Del Duca.
So he made that one look a little more routine.
Didn't have to fight the sun as much for that one.
Well, not only that, but you're also in foul territory, so the consequences of not catching it aren't nearly as high.
Here's the first pitch to Matt Del Duca. Breaking ball misses low for a ball. Del Duca batting .350. Back-to-back breaking balls. This one misses high. 2-0 the count. .2-0 pitch, another breaking ball. Hits the strike zone. Make it a 2-1 count. Freeman fires down. This one fouled on back to the backstop. Evens the count 2-2.
Matt Del Duca and Zyler Freeman, both formerly teammates at Seneca Valley.
Here's the 2-2. Down low. Count now full. Nobody on, 2 outs. Barons in front 1-0. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Dropped by Ziegler. He will take a few steps out. Throw down at first. In time to get Del Duca. The second strikeout of the game for Zyler Friedman. And the side is retired. Barons up front 1-0 here after 1.5 complete innings on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Back here for the bottom half of the second inning between the Allegheny Athletics and the 3B Barons. Now let's take a look at the whole NABA playoff bracket. As round 1 concluded yesterday, Athletics beat the Motors 9-5. The Butler Iron Bucks took on the Creekside Crocodiles. They were victorious, winning that one 11-3. And then the Redbirds just edging out the Trafford Crazy Train, winning it 4-3. So the current look now, Barons Athletics, Iron Bucks Redbirds. That Iron Bucks Redbirds game will take place at 7 p.m. First pitch to Ben Miller, swung on and missed for a strike.
Not a good day yesterday for the Crazy Train, huh?
No. 0-1 pitch, low and skips away from Minnick.
You think that might be why they lost?
No.
I want to believe it had something to do with it.
Oh, they are the Crazy Train. Here's the 1-1. This one popped up towards Zimmerman and right. He comes in, and that one falls in front of Zimmerman for a leadoff single for Ben Miller. First hit of the ball game, and the leadoff man aboard here for the Barons.
Not sure how that one dropped in. It felt like Zimmerman had a good read on it. It was kind of just poked out there. But to the surprise of everyone, just dropped right in front of him.
Zimmerman picked up speed and slowly slowed down and thought that he was well under, and then it falls right in front of him. And the bounce initially missed the glove of Zimmerman. Adams shows bunt. This one comes back to McSparron. Throw on to first in time to retire Adams for the first out, but the sacrifice bunt works beautifully as Miller into scoring position.
Yeah, it's not ideal to bunt it right back to the pitcher for that reason and making the play easier than it has to be. But, if you tell Coach Francis that the result of the play will be Ben Miller advancing to second, he'll take that every day of the week.
That'll bring up Troy Bachman, the number 10 hitter. First pitch outside for a ball. Want to know the count?
Yeah, Bachman's been a critical part of this team's success this season.
At 10 RBIs for Bachman.
Not to mention how well he's played in right field.
1-0 pitch swung on and missed by Bachman. That'll even up the count 1-1. Not to mention, too, a 2.08 batting average. One of 5 Barons players to be in the double-digit category in RBIs. Here's the 1-1. This one fouled back to the backstop, making a 1-2 count.
Well, let's hope that he adds to his total here.
Ben Miller on second base, the lone base runner on for the Barons. They up 1-0. Bachman checks back at Miller at second. Fires down the 1-2. Check swung. Did he go? Yes, he did. Another strikeout for Brett McSparron, his third of the game. Now 2 outs here in the inning. That'll bring up top of the order and Tommy Caroli. Caroli 0 for 1 today. Flew out back in the first inning. First pitch, fastball. Just misses off the plate for a ball. Want to know the count. Miller still at second base. Here's the 1-0. Down low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Here's a high fly ball to right field, shallow right field. Long run for Aftanis. That one falls in the hole, and that one will score Miller. And Caroli into second base gives the Barons a 2-0 lead. A Toshiba RBI for Tommy Caroli extends the Barons lead.
See, that's a weird thing about Flaherty Field is, especially a ball hit to right field, you can never really tell if it's fair or not. You know, with that Callan Durbin bases clearing triple over the weekend, it's hard to tell if the ball's fair or not. The foul line's not very apparent.
There's a long run for Aftanis into shallow right field. Long run for Zimmerman coming in. It falls right in between them and into fair territory to give the Barons some insurance on the lead. 1-0's the count to Luke Anderton. Here's the 1-0. Fastball well outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Caroli at second. Here's the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Anderton misses connection on the breaking ball. 2-1 now the count.
Big hack there from Anderton. Looked like he wanted to send that one back to Natrona Heights.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball fouled out of play. Count now 2-2. Athletics so far have scored 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second. They're in front 2-0. Here's the 2-2. This one hit out towards right field. That's fair and in there for a base hit. That gets by Zimmerman, rolling the whole way to the wall. Caroli will score easily. Here comes Anderton. He wants 3, and he's going to get 3. An RBI triple by Luke Anderton. That's another Toshiba RBI. Gives the Barons a 3-0 lead. A 2-out triple by Luke Anderton extends the Barons lead some more. And now another Barons runner 90 feet away from tacking on another run in the game. Jake Robinson up the bat.
How about these 2-out Barons so far?
Here's a ground ball to first. Solinsky has it. He will take it to the first base bag himself for the 3rd out of the inning. But the 3B Barons tack on 2 runs thanks to RBIs by Tommy Caroli and Luke Anderton. They have a 3-0 lead after 2 complete innings.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9 ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
2 runs, 3 hits, 1 man left on base there in the bottom half of the second by the Barons. They're up in front 3-0. First pitch to Zach Johnson, high and away for a ball. Want to know the count. Zach Johnson, Tate Minnick, and Tommy Zimmerman, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, all due up to bat here in the third. It's the 1-0 pitch, misses down low. 2-0 down the count. Here's the 2-0. Here's a liner to center and falls in for a base hit in front of Miller. A leadoff single for Zach Johnson, hoping to get the Athletics bats alive with their first hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Tate Minnick, batting .200 on the year. First pitch by Friedman, fastball, line foul.
Could really use a ground ball to short right now.
Robinson's been hot over at shortstop all season long. Pick off attempt back at first, not in time, as Johnson gets back in there safely. Here's the 0-1. Inside and low for a ball, evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Lined foul and out of play behind the Barons dugout. Count now 1-2. Tommy Zimmerman on deck. Zach Johnson on first, thanks to a leadoff single for the Athletics. Here's the 1-2. Just low below the knees of Minnick. Count now even 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High flying ball, shallow right field. Bachman comes in and he will make the catch in right field for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Tommy Zimmerman. One away here in the top half of the third. Here's a high pickoff attempt, goes over the head of Reed. Johnson will not try and go for second, as that one just popped in and out of the glove of Reed and just trickled a little bit away from Reed.
Yeah, thankfully Reed jumped up and his glove got a piece of that ball. Otherwise, easily would have been staying on second, if not third right now.
First pitch runs well outside to Zimmerman. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Here's a chopper. Ziegler has it. He will throw on to first in time to retire Zimmerman for the second out. Zach Johnson moves into scoring position for the Athletics.
Not an ideal at-bat there from the Athletics, but, if you're Coach Mike, Coach Doug, or Coach Dan, I'm sure you're going to take that every time. Essentially a swinging bunt that advances a runner over to second, and, when you're trying to chip away this deficit, could be a crucial play there.
First pitch, this one's popped up towards right field, but gets out of play. Count 0-1 to Ben Aftanis. 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to kick off the ball game. Friedman up to 34 pitches. Time called by Aftanis. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, a little high. Evens up the count 1-1. So far, no runs, 1 hit, 0 errors by the Athletics. 3 runs, 3 hits, 0 errors by the Barons. Here's the 1-1. Fastball popped up and foul out of play. Count will move now 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses. Throw back to second. Not in time. As Johnson had to run a long ways back to the second base bag and just slides in head first safely. As the count is now 2-2 to Ben Aftanis. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, late swing by Aftanis, but just puts down contact as that one goes foul. Count remains true. Two from the belt. Breaking ball up high. Count runs full. Full count to Ben Aftanis. Zach Johnson on second base. Top of the third inning. Barons in front by 3. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball to third. Adams has it. Throw over to first in time to retire Aftanis. And for the third out of the inning, the Athletics get 1 hit and strand 1 here in the top half of the third. Barons still in front 3-0 after 2.5 complete.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, A.J. Verdine, Callan Durbin, Braden Ziegler all due up to bat here in the bottom half of the 3rd as the Barons lead it 3-0 here in the NABA semifinal game between the number 1 seed from the Rust Belt League and the Barons. First pitch popped up towards right field. Zimmerman will run over for it, and that one lands foul.
It's the second time already today that Verdi has hit a long fly ball, popped up foul to right field, and had a jog back.
Beautiful evening now here at Flaherty Field. Temperature just dropped a degree, down to 86. The 1 pitch outside for a ball evens up the count 1 apiece.
As long as the only heat that's dropping is the weather itself and not the Barons.
Here's the 1-1. High and away for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to third. Del Duca has it. Throw across the diamond in time to retire Verdi. 1 away here in the bottom half of the 3rd. That'll bring up Callan Durbin. In his prior plate appearance, walked. Part of 4 walks in the bottom half of the 1st. First pitch high and away for a ball. Durbin batting .286. 1-0 pitch down low for a ball again. 2-0 the count. Perrin winds and fires down. Fastball calling for a strike. Moves the count to 2-1.
Really attacking the outer part of the plate here with Durbin.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball grounded to Del Duca as he charges for it. Throw on to first just in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Back-to-back ground outs to 3rd base here in the inning. That'll bring up Braden Ziegler. Ziegler walked back in the 1st inning in his first plate appearance. First pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed again by Ziegler. Quickly now down in the count, 0-2. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Here's the 0-2. A high ground ball. Just missed off the glove of Del Duca. And now Ziegler's charging into 2nd base, and he's in there standing. As that one drifted out of play. And we will have another Axe courtesy runner. Nick Pirano now stands at 2nd base as Braden Ziegler is now in scoring position for Josh Reed.
Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more info.
First pitch foul by Josh Reed, as it's rolled a 2-out single and advanced one base for it going out of play. Now Nick Pirano standing in place of Ziegler at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, as Minnick keeps it in front of him. 1-1 the count.
Well, Tyler, all the runs have been scored so far with 2 outs in the inning, so it's set up here for Josh Reed to add on and make things interesting here for the Barons.
Josh Reed 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the first inning. Barron will step off for time and force Pirano to go back to second. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, called a strike. Count moves 1-2. Here's the 1-2 by McSparron. In the dirt again. Evens up the count 2-2. McSparron up to 66 pitches here through 2 2/3. Here's the 2-2. A high drive to right field. Zimmerman moves behind Tyler Danko as Danko makes the catch in right center field for the 3rd out of the inning. Barons strand 1 on base off of 1 hit. We played 3 complete. Barons in front 3-0 over the Allegheny Athletics.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk and Shannikin Union won a softball trifecta of WPIAL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIAL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
Gem building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, Gem Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Tyler Danko, Morgan Ballant, Trent Belak all due up the bat here in the top half of the 4th as they trail by 3 to the Lawrence County Barons. First pitch fastball popped up into foul territory. Long run for Adams, and he will watch it. And did he make the catch? It's rolled out of play. It looks like Adams made the catch right on the line, but it was out of play. And our home plate umpire says it was out of play, so it will be an 0-1 count.
I think they should just give him credit for the catch with how great of play that was.
It's a great catch.
Like if a guy hits a foul ball and it goes into the parking lot and they make that run, just give him credit for it.
Yeah, immediately after Adams made the catch, third base coach and Mike McNabb waving that ball was out of play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Zyler. Friedman gets the first out of the inning as he throws an absolute heater down the middle to Tyler Denko. That'll bring up Morgan Balot here with one away. First pitch, fastball, there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 down into the dirt. Gives up the count 1-1. Balot batting .302. Here's the 1-1, lined over the head of Reed and into right field. A one-out knock here for Morgan Balot. Puts a man on board for the Athletics, and Trent Belak coming up to bat. Second hit of the ball game here for the Athletics, as it brings up the dangerous Trent Belak. First pitch fouled, out of play. 0-1 the count. Freeman fires one behind Belak, caught by Ziegler. He moves up the count 1-1. Balot on first. 1-1 the count. Freeman throws back to first. Balot slides back in safely off the pickoff attempt. Here's the 1-1. This one's popped out foul. Moves the count to 1-2. Colin Solinsky on deck if it gets to him this inning. Pickoff attempt back at first, not in time. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back to the backstop. We'll do it again, 1-2.
Zero flinch.
Hmm?
Zero flinch.
Zero flinch on that one? One will get you to flinch.
Unless we have something similar to Sunday's game. I'm like a statue back here.
Until it comes right back to you, right?
Literally, like past the fence, yeah, sure. But I get passed on that one.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from the belt. This one's popped up in foul territory. Reed will move over for it, and that one falls out of play.
Looks like there might be a game going on at the softball field over across the way.
Yeah, tons of cars out there behind the softball field in this baseball softball field complex here right in the heart of Newcastle.
Either there's a game going on over there or the attendance is so good for this Barons game that people had to park in the other lot.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from the belt. This one's hit out towards center field. Miller will come in for it and will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So
that ball was roped by Trent Belak. Unfortunately for him, it was hit right at Ben Miller out there in center field.
Now, hard hit ball by Trent Belak. Lined right to Ben Miller. Now, first pitch to Colin Solinsky, called a strike. Here's the 0-1. Another fastball there for a strike at the knees of Solinsky. Quickly now 0-2.
Great job here from Freeman attacking Selensky aggressively.
Here's the 0-2, fastball inside. Moves the count down to 1-2. Three straight fastballs here by Zyler Friedman. Here's the 1-2, fastball. This one driven towards left field. Anderton moves in for it, and he will make the catch on the run to retire Selensky. And for the third out of the inning, the Athletics get one hit and strand one here in the top half of the fourth inning. But they still trail to the Barons as they lead it 3-0 after 3.5 complete.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk, Neshannock, and Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Back here for the bottom half of the fourth inning. Ben Miller will step in to kick off the bottom of the fourth as the Barons lead 3-0 in the North American Baseball Alliance semi-final game. The two teams left in the Rust Belt League battling each other out. First pitch by McSparron. Breaks outside of the zone for a first pitch ball. Here's the 1-0, down low into the dirt. 2-0 now the count. Here's the 2-0. Fastball called for a strike. Moves the count to 2-1.
Tyler, you mentioned how this is the Rust Belt League championship, essentially, and whoever wins this will go on to play at Pullman tomorrow in the championship game against either the Iron Bucks or the Redbirds. So we've been mentioning how this has been the revenge tour for the Barons.
Here's a ground ball to third, scooped up by Del Duca. Throw on to first in time to retire Miller. One away here in the bottom half of the fourth.
So we're mentioning how this is the revenge tour for the Barons. They could play the Iron Bucks tomorrow in the championship, which they lost to last year. I can't remember the exact score of that ball game, but it's a game that has been a thorn in the side of Coach Francis's.
Yeah, it was a 10-3 loss for the Barons last year to the Iron Bucks. They try and get back to the same spot and maybe face the Iron Bucks for the second straight year if they win this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ethan Adams. Low and away for a ball, evens up the count 1-1.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the Iron Bucks are looking for their third consecutive championship.
And they have the back-to-back championships. They definitely want 3 as they were the top team in the Tri-State Collegiate League. So they had the 1 seed on that side. Barons have the 1 seed out of the Rust Belt League. Here's the 1-2. This one gets past the glove of Del Duca and into left field. Here comes Adams into second. He slides down as the throw is offline. Ethan Adams, a 1-out double, puts a runner in scoring position for the Barons. And that brings up Troy Bachman. Troy Bachman 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the second inning. But 10 RBIs on the season for Bachman. First pitch, chopper that rolls foul.
Gotta find a way to get Adams home here.
Barons up by 3, looking to extend it to 4. Top of the order, and Tommy Caroli stands on deck. Only one away. Here's the 0-1. Scooped up by Minnick as that one was outside in the dirt. 1-1 the count.
Great scoop there from Minnick. Otherwise, Adams would be standing on third easily with this big backstop at Flaherty Field.
Here's the 1-1. This one hit towards left field. Blott will make the catch in left field for the second out of the inning. A big second out for Brett McSparron and the Athletics. So that brings up Tommy Caroli, who already is 1 for 2 today and an RBI to his name. Here's the first pitch. Called a strike, hits the upper outside corner. 0-1 the count to Caroli. Here's the 0-1. Down low in the dirt. Evens the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed by Caroli. Count now 1-2. Sparing up to 81 pitches. Here through 3 2/3. Checks back at Adams standing at second. Winds and fires down, up high for a ball. Count now 2-2. Crowley batting .327, up to 7 RBIs on the season. Has a double. Here's the 2-2. Low and away for a ball. Count runs full to Caroli. Two outs. Adams on second. Barons in front 3-0. Here's the payoff pitch. Driven out towards right center field. Danko will long run over for it, and he will make the catch in right center field for the third out of the inning. Barons get one hit, but strand Adams in scoring position. Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, they lead the Allegheny Athletics after 4 complete, 3-0. You're watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining.
Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Back here for the top half of the 5th inning. Matt Del Duca will kick us off in the top half of the 5th. First pitch breaking ball, found off back to the backstop. Count is 0-1. One pitch away for a ball, evens out the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one driven over the head of Anderton. Long run back. That's off the wall. Anderton will pick it up. Del Duca into second base with the leadoff double here for the Athletics. You can tell right off the bat it was sailing well over the head of Luke Anderton and kicks off the wall as Del Duca in at second base for Zach Johnson. Johnson's already 1 for 1 today. First pitch, fastball, calling for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just misses off the plate. Evens the count 1-1. Freeman up to 61 pitches. Here's the 1-1. Fastball kicks off the backstop and foul. Here's the count to 1-2. There's a big at-bat here for both sides, as it potentially can advance a runner or have one out in the inning. Here's the 1-2. Fastball up high. 2-2. Johnson singled back in the 3rd inning. Two pitch off the head of Johnson. Johnson swiftly moves down the first base bag as that one hit the back of the head of Zach Johnson. Now Ziegler will come out to have a discussion now with Zyler Friedman. Definitely a scary pitch by Freeman as the fastball runs well high and inside. Brings up Tate Minnick with 2 on. First pitch, breaking ball, popped up and out of play. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, there for a strike. Now 0-2.
What a pitch there from Friedman. Just froze Minnick at the plate.
Breaking ball just slides right in there, doesn't it? Make it an 0-2 count. Friedman checks back at second. Fires down at the 0-2. Bit high. Moves it down to 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Zyler Friedman. A huge first out here in the 5th.
Yeah, Tyler, like you mentioned, that is a massive strikeout for out number 1 in the inning.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Tommy Zimmerman. First pitch, fastball, high and away for a ball. Want to know the count. Here's the 1-0. Popped up. Robinson moves over. He will make the catch on the very first steps of the outfield grass in left field. 2 outs now in the inning. A huge second out as both runners stay put at second and first. That moves the batting order to the top. Ben Aftanis, as he pops this one up to Bachman in right. Bachman will make that catch in right field. It started off with a double and a hit by pitch that put 2 runners on with nobody out, but Zyler Friedman works his way out of it, giving up 0 runs. Barons still lead it 3-0 after 4.5.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No 2 companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Barons in front, 3-0, bottom half of the 5th inning. Luke Anderton, Jake Robinson, AJ Verdi all due up to bat here in the bottom half of the 5th. Brett McSparron still out on the mound for the Athletics. First pitch just misses. 1-0 the count to Luke Anderton. Ground ball to Del Duca at third. He has it. Throw across the diamond to first. Offline. Anderton into first base has the throw by Matt Del Duca. Pushes Colin Zielinski off the bag. An infield single by Luke Anderton.
Doesn't have to be pretty as long as it works.
Rolled an infield single to Luke Anderton. First pitch to Robinson. This one's a high pop up to center field. Right there is Danko, who didn't have to move much to retire Robinson. One away now here in the bottom half of the fifth. So far, 0 runs, 3 hits, 1 error by the Athletics. 3 runs, 5 hits, 0 errors by the Barons. Runner takes off for second, ball's in the dirt and gets away from Minnick. And to second is Anderton. A stolen base for Luke Anderton. His second stolen base of the season.
Turned out to be a really good pitch to steal on, huh?
Absolutely. Ball in the dirt. All what Tate Minnick had to do was just keep it in front of him. No chance for a throw at second. So Anderton now in scoring position. Verni pops this one up to Zimmerman in right field. That is caught by Zimmerman. No runner will tag. As I don't know if you saw that. Verni threw the bat and almost clipped Callan Durbin, who was in the on-deck circle for the Barons.
I didn't see that, but I did see a phenomenal throw there from Zimmerman out in right field. I mean, that was right on the money at third base to Del Duca.
So after dodging A.J. Verni's baseball bat, he now steps into the left-hander's batter's box. Anderton at second. First pitch fastball called for a strike. Barron steps off the bag. Makes Anderton go back to second. Again, Barron's in the pinstripes as usual. This one swung on, missed by Durbin. Minnick doesn't know where it is. And on to third base is Anderton as he rounded third and wanted to come home, as it took a while for Tate Minnick to find it. And now 90 feet away is Luke Anderton. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, ground ball to first. Just foul. Someone's kept in the infield by Colin Zielinski. We'll do it again, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from the belt. Into the dirt for a ball. Moves the count now to 1-2 to Durbin. Durbin 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Grounded out back in the third. Walked in the first. Looking to extend the Barons' lead to 4-0. Here's the 1-2. Swung line towards left field and in there for a base hit. A Toshiba RBI single by Callan Durbin scores Luke Anderton and gives the Barons now a 4-0 lead in the fifth.
Great job there from Callan Durbin, just fighting back after going 0-2 in the count. Just dropping that one into left field in front of Balot, and now a 4-0 lead for these 3B Barons.
Brings up the catcher, Braden Ziegler. He's reached in both plate appearances today. Swings to the first pitch and misses for a strike. Barons in front 4-0. Pickoff attempt back at first, not in time, as Durbin slides back in there safely. Callan Durbin reaching the double-digit category in RBIs, now at 10. 0-1 pitch low and away for a ball. Evens out the count 1-1. Josh Reed on deck. Pickoff attempt back at first. Selinsky doesn't even attempt a tag on Durbin. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball. This one's launched out towards left field. Long run for Balot in left field, and that is foul. That one was smacked the whole way down the left field line and just foul, as that almost got to the wall. One and two now the count to Ziegler. Here's the 1-2. Fastball driven down the left field line again. Foul.
Balot should just stayed where he was standing.
And no movement by Balot out in left field after he had that long run.
Undoubtedly pretty winded right now.
So we'll do it again. Here is another pickoff attempt back at first as McSparron faked the pitch down. Throw it back to first.
When you said, so we'll do it again, you meant a pickoff attempt, right?
Yes.
Because you'd be correct.
1-2 pitch down low, so that evens up the count 2-2. Pitchers just like to fool you. Sparron checks back at Durbin. Kicks, fires down to the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Count now runs full to Ziegler. Barons in front 4-0. Runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner takes off for second. Ground ball to Del Duca at third. He gets it on his backhand. Throw across the first. Jumped by Selinsky. Tag was missed. And now Selinsky puts the tag on Ziegler as he tried diving back to first. So the inning is over, but the Barons tack on another thanks to Toshiba. RBI single by Callan Durbin to give the Barons the 4-0 lead.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered. At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up.
Back here for the top half of the sixth, Tyler Danko steps in. Zyler Freeman out there for the top half of the sixth. First pitch breaking ball, just misses inside. Here's the 1-0. Up high for a ball, 2-0 now the count. Freeman set, winds and fires. Ground ball to second. Gets by the glove of Caroli and into center field. A leadoff base hit for Tyler Danko as he's on first base for the number 3 hitter and Morgan Bellant. First pitch, fastball, high and inside to Bellant. 1-0 the count. Danko on first. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, calling for a strike. Evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's a high fly ball that gets out of play. Foul. Moves the count to 1-2. Freeman checks back at first. Winds, fires down. Ground ball to first. Reed will step on the first base bag. Will not attempt to throw it down to second, so they get the force out at first. And Danko into scoring position. A unassisted ground out to third base for the first out of the inning. Brings up Trent Bielak, but Danko on first. First pitch popped up. That one will get out of play. Danko on second base, here with 1 out. Bielak 0 for 2 so far today. Couple of flyouts. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down low into the dirt. Moves the count to 1-1. Freeman checks back at second. Here's the 1-1. Fastball just misses off the plate. 2-1 the count. Almost looks like Tyler Danko and Zyler Freeman are dancing at each other as Freeman looks back. Here's the 2-1, down low for a ball. Get a 3-1 count. It just might be that University of Pitt Johnstown connection.
I think they teach that there.
Maybe. Maybe in their dorm room. Here's the 3-1 pitch by Friedman. Fastball called a strike. Count will now run full to Trent Belak. Here's the full count pitch. This one lined past the glove of Adams and into left field. Danko moves to third. He will not try and score. A 1-out single puts runners on the corners for the Athletics and for Colin Zielinski. Again, the Barons up by 4 here in the top half of the 6th. Friedman up to 84 pitches. First pitch, a high pop-up. Ziegler runs over for it, and that one is caught in foul territory by Braden Ziegler on the edge of the fence as he pulls it in for a very, very huge second out.
Unfortunately, our camera angle doesn't go all the way to the fence there, but that was a phenomenal catch by Braden Ziegler. Almost like climbed the fence in a way. Kind of put his one hand up against it, jumped up, caught the ball. Man, what a play by Ziegler.
So that brings up Matt Del Duca. First pitch fastball, high and away for a ball, 1-0 the count.
And then also give credit to Ziegler and Friedman for acknowledging the runner on third and making sure the plate was covered.
Here's the 1-0 breaking ball, called a strike, 1-1.
It's the thing, a lot of players make plays like that and then get caught up in the moment. And Tyler Danko kind of realizing that, tried to score, but realized there was no chance.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Del Duca. 1-2 now the count.
We've seen Friedman get out big jams earlier in this game. How big would this one be?
Runners on the corners. Danko on third, Belak at first. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Zyler Friedman. Gets out of the jam as the Athletics leave runners on the corners. Barons in front by 4 after 5.5 complete.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Back here for the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's our first red zone call to the bullpen. It's Nate Cush.
Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County.
Yeah, final line of the day for Brett McSparron. 5 complete innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Nate Cush, 3.77 ERA. Went to high school at Pine Richland, now goes to Denison. So Josh Reed will step in. First pitch, called a strike. A 1 pitch misses, low and away for a ball, evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Here's a line drive into right field. That's there for a base hit in right center. That one's dropped by Danko, as it's a leadoff single for Josh Reed. Brings up Ben Miller. Here's the first pitch by Cush. Fastball outside. 1-0 the count. Ethan Adams on deck. Here for the Barons. Josh Reed on first. Here's the 1-0. Fastball down the middle for a strike. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 inside, almost clips Miller, but he dodges it away. Count now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 fastball, hit out of play. Count now even at 2 apiece. Reed on first. Cush comes set. Winds and fires down. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. First strikeout on the day for Nate Cush. Gets a big first out here of the bottom half of the 6th. Pickoff attempt back at first, not in time. Reed slides back in there safely. Adams, so far, is 1 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd inning, and then a double. Back in the 4th inning. Time call. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, high and away. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1, low and inside. Adams had to shuffle his feet back, make sure he doesn't get hit. 2-1 the count. Two 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Adams on deck. Excuse me, Bachman on deck. 3-1 pitch. Inside ball 4. And that moves Reed to second. Adams to first. 2 on now for Troy Bachman. Troy Bachman 0 for 2 today. He shows bunt. He gets one down foul. Right back to Caroli in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to third. That gets by Del Duca. Here comes Reed. He will stay put at third to load up the bases for Tommy Caroli and the top of the Barons batting order.
This could be a huge at-bat here for the Barons. You got the top of the order and Caroli and Anderton. Bases loaded, 4-0 lead. There's a chance here to really blow this one open. Looks like the infield's going to come in for the Athletics.
There's ducks everywhere for the Barons. Reed on third, Adams on second. Bachman on first. Here's for the first pitch to Caroli, fouled out of play. Caroli 1 for 3 today. Hit a double back in the second inning and scored a run. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball outside. Count now even 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, called strike 2.
Look in the dugout, see Zyler Friedman pacing up and down, so I think that's a telltale sign he's going to be coming back out for the 7th.
Hopefully Freeman comes back in with more insurance to the Barons' lead. 1-2 pitch, skips away from Minnick. Here comes Reed. He will score standing. Extend that Barons' lead one more. It's now 5-0. Adams to third, Bachman to second.
Did you say something about insurance runs?
I just did, and I spoke it right into existence.
Did you say runs or like run singular?
Oh, I can't remember.
Let's hope it was plural.
I just said more insurance, I believe. Here's the 2-2. This one lined and in for a base hit to center. Adams will score. Bachman will stay at third. Runners on the corners. It's a Toshiba RBI for Tommy Caroli. His second one of the game. Extends the Barons' lead another. It's 6-0. Here comes head coach Mike McNabb to talk with Nate Cush. You have Bachman on third, Caroli on first. Let's recap the bottom half of the 6th inning. Josh Reed kicked things off on a 1-1 pitch, hits a single to kick off the inning. Ben Miller then strikes out, looking for the first down of the inning. Ethan Adams walks on a 3-1 count, put runners on first and second. Troy Bachman then hits a single to load him up for Tommy Caroli as Josh Reed scores off of a pass ball to make it a 5-0 game, and then a Toshiba RBI single by Tommy Caroli scores Adams and moves Bachman to third. First pitch, showing bunt was Anderton, quickly pulled back. So that one was sailed high for a ball.
How we were mentioning Tommy Caroli getting some insurance run for Zyler Friedman. After that mound visit, Friedman walked over to Caroli at first base, and he showed him some love, so I'm sure he appreciates that.
1-0 pitch outside. Caroli breaks for second and is in there at second base, up to 9 stolen bases on the season by Tommy Caroli. Now 2 runners in scoring position now for Anderton.
And also the infield comes back in.
2-0 pitch, outside, kicks away from Minnick. Bachman will not come home.
Don't see any action over in the A's bullpen, so looks like they're going to ride with Cush here until his arm falls off.
Count now 3-0. Here's the 3-0. Outside, ball 4.
Call that a strike? No.
No. Called ball 4.
Looked like Anderton thought it looked like he thought he called it a ball and then hesitated a little.
Very confusing on both sides of things, but Anderton walks. On 4 pitches, there's ducks everywhere again for the Barons. First pitch called a strike to Jake Robinson. Barons up by 6. Here in the bottom half of the 6th. Robinson looking to bring in more. Here's the 0-1. This one lined to the left. It's there for a base hit. 1 run will score. Caroli will stop at third. A 1-run Toshiba RBI single by Jake Robinson gives the Barons a 7-0 lead. Everyone advances 1 base, so there's still ducks everywhere for the Barons. And the cleanup hitter, A.J. Verdi. First pitch thrown back above the head of Verdi for a first pitch ball, and that gets the Barons dugout fired up. Crowley on third. Anderton on second. Robinson on first. Count now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Up high for a ball. 3-0 now the count. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Down the middle for a strike. Count now moves 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. This one's popped up foul. Count runs full. Bases loaded for the Barons. Up by 7. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th. Full count to Verdi. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout in the inning. Here by Nate Cush. Brings up Callan Durbin. Callan Durbin's 1 for 2 today in 3 plate appearances. First pitch, low for a ball. Durbin walked back in the first, grounded out in the third, and a single. He smacks this one to right field. That's there for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Anderton home. He will score a 2-run RBI single by Callan Durbin. It's another Toshiba RBI. Barons up now 9-0.
And looks like that's going to be it for Cush.
Nate Cush taken out of the game. So a new pitcher will come on. It'll look like it'll be Carter Leviski. We'll take a quick step aside. Here, 2 outs in the bottom half of the 6th, and the Barons up 9-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by El Cap.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Back here, bottom half of the 6th. Robinson on 3rd. Callan Durbin on 1st here. As Carter Leviski will come into pitch. A 1.81 ERA for Leviski on the year. He will face Braden Ziegler. As of right now, Cush pitched 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 5 hits. As of right now, 5 runs, 5 earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Ziegler. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike. Evens out the count 1-1. Barons up to 11 hits and 9 runs. Here's the 1-1 by Leviski. Breaking ball outside for a ball. 2-1 now the count to Ziegler. Barons have batted the whole way through the order as Josh Reed stands on deck, who kicked off the 6th inning. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to short. Aftanis has it, and he drops it. Robinson scores, make it a 10-0 game. It's an error made at shortstop by Zach Johnson. Durbin moves to second, Ziegler to first.
Looks like Parado's going to come in again as a courtesy runner for Ziegler.
It is an infield single again. Durbin to second. Robinson scores. 10-0. First pitch to Josh Reed, down low for a ball.
What a response here for the Barons in the playoffs after struggling against the A's all season.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down low for a ball, 2-0 the count. 6 runs scored in the 6th inning so far by the Barons. Heading in today, they've scored 24 total runs on the season, so now make it 30. Here's the 2-0. Here's a high fly ball. This one's pretty shallow, and this one's well out of play.
Here, Tyler, we mentioned how Barons were on that big winning streak, then lost 4 of the last 5-10 this season, and now you don't like that momentum heading into the playoffs. Looks like that first round bye did them some good here against the Athletics team that we mentioned. They has been the only team that have had the Barons number this season.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, high and away, gets to the backstop. Both runners will advance a base off of the pass ball. And now into scoring position is both Durbin and Ziegler.
Looks like Coach Eric Francis and General Manager Dan Helgert having a word down by the dugout. Two guys who know each other quite well.
3-1 is the count to Reed. He smacks this one out towards right field to Zimmerman. He will come over and he will make the catch to end a long bottom half of the 6th inning. And with that, 6 more runs come across the score here for the Barons. They lead it 10-0 over the Athletics.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Back here for the top half of the 7th inning. Zyler Freeman back on the hill. It'll be Zach Johnson, Tate Minnick, Tommy Zimmerman all up to bat, the 7-8-9 hitters, as the home plate umpire had a discussion with both head coaches and Mike McNabb and Eric Francis. Here as the Barons are in front by 10. Zach Johnson steps in. 1 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. First pitch comes down, called a strike. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. He was up to count 1-1 on pitch number 91 for Zyler Freeman. Here comes pitch 92. Down low into the dirt for another ball. 2-1 now the count. Here's the 2-1. Inside for a ball. 3-1 now the count. Freeman set, winds and fires. Just called for strike 2. A little bit of a late strike call by the home plate umpire.
Got a little jumpy there, huh?
Johnson is ready to drop the bat and take his base. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Zyler Freeman. He's up to 6.
Well, instead of dropping the bat and taking a base, he's going to drop the bat and take a seat.
So Tate Minnick will come up to bat here with 1 away in the top half of the 7th. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. We are long past now the 2-hour mark in this game, As first pitch starting at 7:30, or excuse me, 5:32. It's now 7:37. So if you want to do the math, we're at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Oh, 2's the count to Minnick. Here's the 0-2. This one's popped up to right field. Bachman will run in for it, and he will make the catch on the fly for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up, looks like a pinch hitter, and Tyler Mack will come in for Tommy Zimmerman. First pitch there for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 by Friedman. Ground ball to third, gets past the glove of Adams and into left field. A 2-out hit by Tyler Mack puts a runner on first. That'll bring up top of the order in Ben Aftanis. They will roll it as an E5. Oh and 1 the count. This one on ground ball drifts foul as Aftanis just makes a check swing on it. 0 and 2 the count. Freeman set. Winds and fires down the 0-2. This one's popped up and foul. Count remains true. 0 and 2. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3. Another strikeout for Zyler Freeman. Now 7 strikeouts on the day. And what a game it has been for Zyler Freeman, as that's likely his day there. And it looks like that's going to be your ball game. The Barons take this one 10-0. In this one, a mercy roll here in the semifinal round as of right now, as there was some talks in between on whether or not it would be a mercy roll or it wouldn't have been because of it being playoffs. The roll is it's going to be a mercy roll, and the 3B Barons move on to the North American Baseball Alliance Championship game tomorrow at 7 p.m., where they will take on the winner of the Butler Iron Bucks and the Pittsburgh Redbirds. Zyler Freeman with the complete game here in this one. And the Barons explode after dropping to the Athletics 3 of the 4 matchups on the season. Win the most important one between the two, as the Barons will head to the championship game for the 2nd straight year and potentially a rematch of last year's championship between the Butler Iron Bucks and the 3B Barons. We will take a quick step aside for now. The Barons victorious here from Flaherty Field, winning this one 10-0.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Back here for our Tri-County Principals post-game show. Here brought to you by Tri-County. And then let's take a look at a Creative Edge scoring recap. First, a 10-0 victory for the 3B Barons over the Athletics here in the Rust Belt League pennant game, if you want to call it. And we'll move on to the NABA championship game tomorrow, either against the Butler Ironbucks or the Pittsburgh Redbirds. So, with all that being said, let's take a look at our Creative Edge scoring recap. And, boys, there are a lot to unpack here on the Barons' offensive side of things. 4 walks in the bottom half of the first inning brings home 1 run and Jake Robinson to give the Barons the early 1-0 lead. Bottom of the second inning, Ben Miller hits a single. And then a sacrifice bunt by Adams. Bachman strikes out. Tommy Caroli hits a double, then Anderton a triple to bring in 2 runs to make it a 3-0 game. Then we'll move the whole way into the bottom half of the 5th inning. 3-0's our score. Luke Anderton kicks things off with a single, followed by a single by Callan Durbin to bring in Anderton to make it a 4-0 game, Then in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Barons offense explodes. 6 runs in the bottom half of the 6th off of 6 hits. 2 men left on base. As all of Josh Reed, Ethan Adams, Troy Bachman, Tommy Caroli, Luke Anderton, and Jake Robinson all score runs in the inning, as well as Durbin and Ziegler being left on base, each picking up a hit in the inning as well, to make that a 10-0 game. McSparran pitched 5 complete innings, followed by Cush and Levinsky, each combining for a whole inning in relief. Zyler Freeman on the other end of things, a complete game shutout by Zyler Freeman. Whole 7 innings, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts for Zyler Freeman here today. With all that being said, let's take a look at our updated look at the bracket. Here's the NABA playoff bracket. Now, with the Barons beating the Athletics, they move on to the championship game tomorrow. They will face the winner of the Butler Ironbucks and the Pittsburgh Redbirds. And at this current moment right now, they're just now starting the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Ironbucks in front 2-0 from Pullman Park. So if the score stays standing, the the Butler Iron Bucks and the 3B Barons will have a rematch of last year's title game. Game time today lasted 2 hours and 8 minutes. Tyler Friedman picks up the win, and Brett McSparron picks up the loss. Final line score, Athletics 0 runs, 5 hits, 0 errors, 7 men left on base. For the Barons, 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error, 9 men left on base. And a 10-0 victory. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. Visit Lawrence County, United Independent Living Solutions, Castle Mold and Tool Company, Ed Urain, Pizza Joe's, Penn Ohio Water Company, Turco's Pizza, Renee Dean, powered by Howard Hanna, the Newcastle Belco Federal Credit Union, BWP Back Company, Body Structure Fitness, TJ Digital Marketing, Capable Kids, Luis Pomerico Law, Luis M. Parada Attorneys at Law, the Preston Auto Group, Turvo Masonry, Roger M. and William F. DeCarbo Funeral Home, Run the Show Basketball, the Larry Kelly Baseball Foundation, Frank's Card World, Hayden Group, and El Cap. Again, your final score here today. Barons 10, Athletics nothing, in a phenomenal response by the Barons after dropping 3 of the 4 matchups on the season between both of these teams. But the Barons victorious tonight. They move on to play tomorrow against the Iron Bucks or the Redbirds. For the Allegheny Athletics, they are not done yet. They are in the Triple ABA tournament in Johnstown, PA that kicks off in August. So their season is not yet over here, as the Barons following that, they'll go to the NABF in Canton, Ohio, which will start on Friday. But with all that being said, semifinal round is over. On to the championship round for the Barons. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan. Barons blow out the Athletics today with a final score of 10-0. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, for the championship.